2026. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Denise, can we get a roll call, please?
Director Walper.
Here.
Director Berman.
Here.
Director Lohmeyer.
Here.
Director Martinez. Director Wheeler. Vice Chair Johnston.
Here.
And Chair Rydell.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, I know Director Wheeler is coming in hot from baseball, so we will welcome him when he gets here. So, Denise, was the agenda properly notified?
Yes.
All right. Moving on to an approval or amending the agenda as presented.
Chair Adele, I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Don't think we need any discussion. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Motion carries.
All right, on to item C, Board of Directors reports. Director Walper.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Director Berman.
Whoever made us the goodie bags, thank you. Denise, district, somebody? Thanks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Director Lohmeyer.
We're taking some wrestlers to Reno this week. So see how that goes. We'll update next month.
And what is the tournament in Reno?
I don't even know.
The Worlds.
Reno Worlds
That's
is
the
what it's
Worlds.
called.
That's what I thought.
It's
Okay.
like one of the biggest in the country, so.
That's what I thought. Cool. There's nobody over there.
Nobody over there.
Vice Chair.
Thank you.
Johnston.
Just a couple things. Just wanted to put out a thanks to all the, thanks to all the teachers and staff. There's been a lot of good communication, you know, that we're pushing hard before state testing and about the importance of state testing. I know my own child's like, can't you just opt me out of that? And we know the importance and what it does for the school district. You know, for those that are out there, you know, continue to work hard to put in their best effort, pass that on to their kiddos. And I appreciate the teachers and staff making sure that's important. And then the grounds are looking great. Everything looks good out there. So big to the maintenance staff for all the work that they do. And I always forget to say this, but I did want to comment. I know they don't come. John, all the department heads who provide the report, just wanted to say thanks for providing that report. It's very helpful to see that and all the stuff that's going on in the district. So that's it.
Awesome, thank you. I do have a little bit of a list, but I'll go pretty quickly. So conferences, in my mind went very well. So I appreciated that. And I will say I appreciate the evening opportunity as well. That makes it a lot easier for families that participate. I will say my senior in high school was not thrilled that he had to go to conferences, being that his parents are probably well aware of his performance, but we made him go anyway. So you can use that, anybody, if you want to force your kids to go. We force our kids to go. So some music updates. So concert choir placed first in the district competition. So that's a nice big win for them. So I mentioned last month we had the district solo ensemble competition. We did have 3 students that are going to be competing at the state competition. So Piper Coy for mezzo-soprano, Henry Rydell for baritone, and Carter Brewster for tuba. So that's exciting to have 3 competing at the state level. As Superintendent Carpenter mentioned at last month, or maybe even the month before, but the high school band and choir will be touring to Disneyland, and that is happening the 18th through the 21st. So I will say just firsthand, it's a lot more than just a trip to Disneyland. So a lot of first-hand knowledge of traveling and airlines and a lot of responsibility. Cool opportunities there to not only perform, but workshops with professional musicians, and they get to do a recording, and so it's really a very much an educational trip. So high school theater groups presentation of Radium Girls opens on the 23rd. We'll run Thursday through Saturday, 7 p.m. and a 2 p.m. matinee on Saturday as well. So I recommend you check it out. Should be pretty good. And it looked like a long list, but it's actually pretty short. So I will stop there. All right. Let's move on to item D, district reports, Communications Department, Maggie Kelly and Danny Randall. Come on down.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So in April, what we are working on right now is it is survey season still for our parents. So if you're watching this and you haven't taken our parent experience survey, please feel free to do that. I just put out another push this evening. Our participation from families is low right now. Generally, we see a surge in those last couple of days because they know it's their last chance. So I'm hoping that we get some families in through that, but would definitely like to see more family participation on that survey because it is a big one for us. We read every single response. We also are really excited following the board vote last month. We are just diving headfirst into Ranger branding, excited to do Ranger for all schools. We're about to do a walk audit of our elementaries just to see what things they need swapped out to support that Ranger brand. And we're fortunate we do so much in-house, from poster printing to logo design to all the things, that we should be able to pull this off in a pretty cost-effective manner. But we're excited to have all kids be Rangers. Danny will talk about this a little bit more, but you have invites for an upcoming CTE night a month from tonight. We would love to see you there. We're going to have students doing tours, talking about projects they're working on in CTE, and we're really excited to promote that. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to Josh, who does such a wonderful job with our interns. Many of our interns are seniors, so we're looking at losing them at the end of this year, and they have been incredible contributors. So Danny and Josh have been working together also to do interviews and start onboarding some new interns, the next batch of interns. We do such a great job as a small district, offering so many extracurriculars and athletics and plays and performances, and we would not be able to do those justice without our interns. They are at every single flag football game, play, rehearsal, so it's really great to have those students. And then I also just wanted to recognize briefly the communication that we did around having our governor visit. The Oregon Department of Education director came. We had a congresswoman come. And just what a wonderful job the high school did navigating that. And then our students, we were so proud of them and how they represented our district and engaged in really thoughtful dialogue and discourse across all spectrums of beliefs, and it was wonderful to see our students engaging in that way, and just great to be able to navigate that with a great community. And then also, conferences are over, as Chair Rydell mentioned. I also wanted to shout out our translators and interpreters, Leticia and Noemi. They do a great job making sure every Spanish-speaking family can access conferences, and this is the first time they had 100% of their families that signed up showed up, so a really good turnout and engagement from those Spanish-speaking families, and really happy that they are able to provide that access. I'll turn it over to Danny.
I'll start out the community engagement update with a fun one. We were able to celebrate our 9th grade students at the end of the first semester. They ended it with an 89% on-track rate. And so Jesse Mott, one of our 9th grade success coaches, reached out to Yo Treats and asked if they would collaborate with us on celebrating that for them, because that was a big deal. They not only donated ice cream for all of our 9th graders, but cookies and all the toppings. And so we were able to spend an afternoon, a little chunk of time, celebrating them and getting them ice cream and really showing them how all their hard work is important and that they deserve a little treat. And we just really appreciate our community partners taking an opportunity to come in. They stood there and they greeted every student that walked by with their ice cream and shook their hand and gave them a sticker. And it was just really great to see our community partners come into the building and see our students and celebrate with us. So we really appreciate Yo Treats. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our upcoming projects and events are similar to what I said last month. We are just still grinding through all of the things. As Maggie mentioned, you have an invite to our CTE night. Erin Gardenhire mentioned it at the last meeting, but we've been collaborating on this event. There's quite a few of us on board, and we're just really excited to invite our community and industry partners and really make this a time for people to come in, including students that would like to check out the different pathways that we have and how they're expanding and changing, and where we see them going. And gaining that excitement so that we can eventually be fundraising for these projects and letting our community in and watching our students perform these things that they're learning. So that is on May 8th, so we would love to see you there. We are working with another community partner. It's not set in stone yet, but we will have food, and we're hoping to showcase people that are local that are also supporting us. So hopefully we'll see you there. As always, Kinder Connect, we love to see our kindergartners. If you have one, we would love you to register sooner than later. It's great to know our numbers early on. End of the year communications prep, I mean, that's graduation, grad walk, letting our community know what they can come and enjoy with us and celebrate with our students, but also capturing the things that are happening in the building. So Career Day is always a fun event. We get to go and tell students even about our job while also capturing photos to share, and then Field Day and all those fun things. So there's not many weeks left of school. So we are already, our wheels are turning, and we're getting excited for our Park Series events too. So there's lots of updates, but that is the gist of what we have going on.
All right. Yeah, big shout out to Yo Treats, so please help support them locally as well, and go get some frozen yogurt.
It was wonderful, and they scooped it all for us, as you can see in the photos, so that we didn't have to do it, which was great.
Also, Radium Girls coming up soon. We're looking forward to putting out some of our promotional materials soon, getting to dress rehearsals, and hope to see a big community showing for that. We're excited about it.
Awesome.
Any questions?
Do you remember when the plant sale is?
The plant sale is coming up. Do you have the date of
Next
that?
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Thank you.
I just asked somebody else and they
Yeah.
told
I
me
knew it was
that.
next Thursday or the following Thursday. Appreciate that.
That's why I was late. I was trying to figure that out.
Great.
I can toss you a softball at any time.
I will say, as an insider, I was able to be in the greenhouse today, capturing photos for our CTE night content, and everything looks wonderful, and they're working really hard, so I would get there early, because I bet it's going to go quickly.
Go quick.
So it's this coming Thursday, a week from tomorrow?
A week from tomorrow.
A week out.
And what time does it start?
We have it in the evening.
Yes, I'm uncertain, but I'll
We
email
can
it to you.
get you the dates and times.
My wife would probably go down there with the pickup.
Perfect.
It's a good night, John. You can walk to a baseball game and pick
Yeah.
up some plants on the way.
All right, any other comments or questions? Okay, thank you both.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Next up is Finance and Accountability Report.
All right.
Mr. Pillar.
Well, our enrollment report, enrollment is staying steady. It actually is kind of flattening out from a little bump the prior month, so that's good news. We're excited about that. The finance report, as I mentioned in my written report, that number that we keep an eye on down in the lower right, in the red, that number went down about $200,000, a little less than that. Mostly because of the, we're actually paying our charter school more money for a good reason. They are increasing in enrollment. And so it's more than we had budgeted for. And so subsequently, that throws this report off a bit. Again, we're trying to target that number to be about 5.5 million to end the year. Some of the levers that we have to adjust that would be to change the transfers out. If you look at the June and that June column down toward the bottom, we have 950,000 in transfers expected to go out typically in June. We wait until June to do that, just in case we do need to transfer a little less to a particular program. We transfer some things to the technology fund. We transfer some to physical plant for capital projects, those types of things. So we're going to likely hit that number, 5.5, and then that's going to be our beginning fund balance for the budget that we are creating. We're in draft form for that budget now. I spent most of the afternoon working with Hannah Mays, our senior accountant, to adjust, make some, we call it pressure testing it. So we're doing that. That will take probably most of the day tomorrow and maybe into Friday until we get that completed. But we do plan to present a good, strong, solid, balanced budget for you next month. And so we're looking forward to that budget presentation. Again, that's going to be early. We're 5:30 that day on May 5th. Is that correct? The date of the budget committee meeting next month?
We have it set for 5:45, but we can change it to
Yeah, it could be whatever is traditional here. I wasn't sure. I thought it was at 5:30, so, but 5:45 is fine. So we'll go through with that. The budget will be ready for inspection by the public the Friday before then. Any questions?
Scott, can you remind us of what the intergovernmental that comes in June?
Yeah, typically that amount of money is from the ESD.
Okay.
So we participate in a local service plan. Some of the things that if we don't buy, we get a certain allotment every year from the ESD. And we have the ability to buy services for that or have that flow through if we do the services ourselves.
Okay.
And so that's a pretty good sized chunk of money that comes into us typically in the month of June.
Okay, thank you.
Scott, I know you're deep in budget, so this might want to hold off on this, but I was wondering if it's possible to look at the impact to our cash flow with the increase and decrease in our charter schools enrollment, our virtual school enrollment, to see how that impacts, maybe just annually over the past, because I know that we might get it in the rear a year later, sorry, but they are paid for current year.
Yes.
And so how that might impact when they increase 2,000 or 1,500 or even 100 kids. So just to look at that moving forward and seeing if we can find a way to work with our partner there.
Well, I certainly appreciate that comment because Ryan and I just had a meeting, 3 days ago on that very topic. So,
Okay.
So as we work through that, in fact, I've already reached out to Summit, and they are a very good partner and easy to work with. And so we are going to be talking about kind of adjusting some things along those lines to make sure we come up from state school funding in May. We have what's called the May adjustment. Sometimes it's called the May surprise in other circles. But for us, that's going to be a positive adjustment. We can pre-calculate that number. And so we want to make sure that that adjustment, which goes back and looks at the prior fiscal year's actually enrollment and weights and makes those adjustments that way. We want to make sure that we're not only doing right by us, but also having the ability to look backwards to make sure that we're properly adjusting the charter school for their enrollment gains that they had the previous year. So, yeah, but
Feel
that's a
free
really
to
good
tap me
thing.
if you need me to come in and support it all.
Well, great, thank you very much, I appreciate that.
Is that charter school agreement still structured in such a way that we have a yearly cap and then everything above that amount we get to keep changes?
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, that's correct. And they're not at it yet because based on the contract, it was 3% every year from like 2000 and whenever we started it. And during COVID and that kind of stuff, they went up and then went flat and then went up. And so they're still under 3% every year if you're following me.
Gotcha.
From 10 years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And one other question, totally non-related. Do we have the ability to look at all of the activities in sports from a budget standpoint and see how much money comes in from fundraisers, donations, and all of that?
Yes.
So that we can get a big ball number that says it takes $2 million to run our sports and activities, or whatever that magic number is.
yes.
Yep.
The answer to that is
And then how is that kept track of? If somebody goes and sells oranges, where does that money go? And I'm just using that because that's the latest fundraiser I got hit up for.
Well, we have a lot of pots of money, and when you're doing community fundraising, that's another outside, we call it an outside pot of money, but it is actually district funds, and we're responsible for that money. So we do our budget reconciliations and our cash reconciliations monthly, and Jenny over here in this office does all of that for all the activity funds that we have, that we manage. We may have a couple of outside funds that I'm not aware of, but I think for the most part, we have numbers on all of those, and they're reconciled again monthly. She does a great job at getting those in on time, so it's just really a matter of tapping into about 3 different databases and pulling those funds together.
Well, Superintendent Carpenter, with your permission, could we draft something that just shows that big number? And I just out of curiosity, I just want to see it.
Yeah, no, that's very easy to do. And, there's like you talked about the different pots, there's 2 different ways to look at it. It's what the district pours into it, which pays for like officials, coaching stipends, transportation, and just a gear budget. And then what the students fundraise goes into the associate student body account. That's that bucket that he's talking about, which is a part of our audit. But the stipulations of money in that fund is that money can only go to kids. And so that can't pay for referees, officials, transportation. And that's what purchases the equipment, the sweatshirts, the things of that nature. They do have the ability to pay for a coach in that bucket with student approval for that to go to an adult. But yeah, we can put it all together. We can desegregate it because I know the story that you'd like to display to the community, and I think it's a good one. Yeah. Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions or comments for Scott? Okay. And is there anything important that we haven't discussed as far as finances?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Board of Directors. And this one, I believe, will be a little bit shorter than the usual. But at the same time, I do have a couple of important statements for the record that I'd like to share, both with the board and the community. I want to send a big thank you to our community. Over the last couple of months, there's been a lot of support and identification, as well as communication of concerns around Estacada Middle School's outdoor school experience. And I just want to thank our community for making us aware of some of their concerns, verifying the values that this district absolutely stands for. We want to continue to be a public education institution that reflects the values of the Estacada community, while at the same time still giving our students an outdoor school experience that is really kind of a rite of passage for many students in the middle school ages across the United States of America. And we're grateful for the teamwork of our community to share what was good as well as what were some problems with our most recent outdoor school experience. I am declaring today, after working with our internal leadership team, after interviewing students who were a part of some of those concerns and were witness to some of those concerns, as well as our engagement with the third-party outdoor school company whom we contracted with and partnered with for this particular outdoor school experience. I'm here to share today that the Estacada School District will no longer be partnering or contracting with this particular outdoor school company. We have made the decision to circle our wagons to ensure that we're giving our students an outdoor experience that reflects the values of our community. And from this point forward through the rest of this year, we'll be engaging with our families to put together some form of our own outdoor school experience that we can create internally in order to give our students the experiences that our families value as most important and reduce or mitigate the opportunities for some of those vulnerabilities. Estacada is a beautiful place with lots of outdoor school type opportunities. I think we're going to look towards eliminating the overnight experience where most of these problems occur and really focus more on the day trip opportunities while still making sure we hit some of the boxes that are students' most favorite things about outdoor school, such as the songs, the experience, and those types of things. And so I'm here to share with the board today, as well as our community today, that this point moving forward, the Estacada School District will be doing things considerably differently when it comes to outdoor school for the foreseeable future. Secondly, I'd like to just recognize all 300-plus employees of the Estacada School District. Today in our district was Employee Recognition Day. You also are a part of our great Estacada School District team and family. And so what you receive today is also what all employees receive today for their hard work. Estacada is on a roll right now in so many different areas. We're leading the state in so many different categories, and we're continuing to build trust with our community and our families over the course of time. And it's our hardworking employees, from cook to custodian to bus driver, counselor, classroom teacher, administrator, all of the above. We are a team and we continue to build. And I'm just very grateful for a day like today where we have the opportunity to recognize everybody all at the same time. You may see on the news and TVs that one month is Teacher Appreciation Week, while another month is Classified Appreciation Week, while another week is Counselor Appreciation Week. In our district, we choose to thank them on those days, but really recognize everybody all at the same time. So this is Estacada's Employee Recognition Day for everybody who contributes their professional livelihood into our organization to educate Estacada's children. We welcomed 15 people from the South Umpqua School District today inside to see the great work that we're doing inside the classroom. We continue to be a place where school districts from all around the country come just to see the unique and innovative things we're doing every single day in the classroom. I also want to recognize Scott Pillar. He doesn't know I'm doing this, but I want to give him a tremendous shout out. Many of you have been on the board for several years and have been a part of our budgeting process. I'm happy to share with you, after your vote of approval tonight, that this will be the first time in at least my 8 years, but I think even longer than that we will have a full 7-person budget committee to help the board work through this budget. And given our past in terms of participation in this is a giant win for our school district so that we can continue to build trust and collect our community's voice when it comes to our budgeting processes. And so great job. We're very grateful for you in that work. Tomorrow, I will be beginning the financial communication process, starting with our internal employees first. I know I've had many conversations with you about what our budget will potentially look like, and I'm looking forward to being able to share that with our employees first. So as we begin the budgeting process, there are no surprises as we work through some of the tricky parts and conflicts of the budget that we're putting together based on increased costs for all things and the revenue that we're expected to receive. Lastly, I'll skip employee engagement and student satisfaction results for next month, which is just a couple weeks away because we have an early board meeting due to May break. So I'm going to put a pin in that and come back to that next month. My final one is I wanted to share that our outdoor facilities are at capacity with so many great things going on. The Estacada High School is offering 8 different spring sports this spring, and the amount of kids that are engaged in that process is really quite impressive. It's still, believe it or not, early in the season, and so we're still trying to count how many kids are involved and not double count kids who are in golf and tennis, and track, and all of the above. But I will tell you that every inch of our outdoor facilities are being utilized by these 8 sports: youth soccer, youth baseball and softball, and all of the above. And the last stat I want to finish with, which is unbelievable, is we have 101 middle school students out for track this spring, which is incredible. And so our investment into academics, athletics, and arts are truly having a return on investment in terms of positive child experiences, and I'm very excited about that. And in my conclusion, I just want to congratulate our music program, who again just won the league championship in concert choir. This is the first league championship of our year this year. Football, basketball, all of the above had tremendous years, but choir was the first to bring home a league championship. And so we're very proud of them and very proud of our music program just the same. So that is your superintendent's report.
All right.
I've got a question, if I may.
Yep.
An awful lot of this community regarding the outdoor school have sent their kids year after year to Eagle Fern.
Yes.
Which is just locally.
Yep.
Have we looked at that possibility?
We have, and actually we're going to continue to look at that again. One of the issues with Eagle Fern outdoor facility, which my own children have gone to a few summer camps, is they don't have the capacity to hold our entire sixth grade class. It's not big enough. But if we look at some of the day trip type opportunities, that place, the fish hatchery, PGE's ponds, even Timberlake Job Corps, there's a lot of opportunities that we can use. And I think Eagle Fern is someone that we will talk to as we look for partnerships in this process.
Okay.
Yep. Great question.
Yeah. Question? Go ahead.
Just a comment. Just wanted to say, thanks to the parents that came out and talked specifically about this issue.
Yep.
This is the right venue for those things to be talked about. And
Yeah.
I think that I can speak for the whole board that we
Yes.
really appreciate you coming here and speaking to us directly about that. And so that's all I wanted to share.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Yeah, good add. All right. Thank you very much, Superintendent Carpenter. Item F, reports and presentations, which we have none. Discussion items, which we have none. Hearing of citizens for action items.
None.
Which we have none. Okay, and on to item I. The consent agenda includes a package of one or more items to be voted on as a unit. However, if any board member is not in favor of one or more agenda items and prefers to take a separate action, request to the chair anytime prior to the vote, we'll remove that item for a separate vote. So first up is the consent agenda.
Chair Idell, I move to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? It's a pretty light consent agenda, actually, so.
Just want to say thanks to Jenny. Jenny Duran is on that list.
Yes.
And I think over
Good,
the course of
thank
the time she's been here,
Yeah.
she's done a lot of great work for that athletics department, including making sure we're tracking down all the money, making sure that people are paid. And I believe that we are in charge of the
Tri-Valley
Tri-Valley
League.
finance, right? And so that's a big job as well.
Yes.
We're excited to bring a new person on, and they got big shoes to fill, but I know that they'll have support from Andy and everybody.
Yeah, well said.
All right, any other discussion? Okay, moved and seconded, discussed, all in favor, raise your right hand.
Motion carries.
On to item J, resolution 2026-2.
Chair Adele, I move to appoint and/or reappoint members to the Budget Committee as detailed on the attached document to begin with their terms immediately.
Second.
Moved and seconded, I would add, Superintendent Carpenter said earlier, but I think I've been on the board 11 years, and we've never had a full budget committee in 11 years, so.
Wow.
It's a big deal, and thank you to the community members that are signing up to do this, because it is, we get to see this stuff all the time, and so, we appreciate, folks that are coming and seeing the meetings ahead of time, and then, getting involved and being part of that budget committee, because it is, important that we have the voices of the community and the visibility, right? We've worked really, really hard over the last number of years to be as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just how to make that more transparent, and the best way that we can hear that is from community members that are involved. So, so thank you to Scott, and thank you to the community members, that are re-upping, but also the ones that are new-upping, to be in that committee. We appreciate it. Any other discussion on that?
Looks like a great group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Move second and discussed. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Motion carries.
On to item K, hearing of citizens for non-action items.
None.
I have one more very important announcement. April 15th, remember, is our SEI filing deadline.
Oh, thank you.
I myself am one of those people that needs to take care of that as well, but that's like next week, I think, so just
Can
a
you remind
reminder.
us who that email comes from? OGEC, thank you.
You know I'm gonna ask.
So you do get something from them saying that we
I
have.
don't get anything. I can look in here and see if you've, done it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it, but last year I sent you some information, but it sounded like you had already known that, so.
Just because I check it on the.
Okay.
guys have-
I think
She's
we
taking care of
emailed it so that we had a log of it in case we ever needed to go back to see that we've done it.
Yeah,
I feel like it was
Thank
more
you for
for
that
our
reminder,
record.
though. Yes, that is a timely reminder. And then you,
Last
Late
thing,
comer,
FFA
working the
plant
swing
sale?
shift.
Huh?
We working the swing shift tonight, coming in late.
Plant sale, the 16th starts at 4, the 17th, which is Friday, is all day, and the 18th ends at noon.
Okay,
That's it, Chair, right now.
thank you.
Can you send something out regarding that?
Want me to send you a text right now?
Well, not right now.
I usually write it on this, but you come and take it from me, so.
Thanks for following the rules, Denise, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, last call for comments. All right, I think almost record time, a short meeting, so I will say one more. We will be, oh gosh, I just lost the word. Huh? Yeah, early meeting, I know it's been mentioned a couple times, but we wanna call it out. So due to May break, we moved the May meeting up a week, so that is on May 5th, so it's the first Wednesday of the month, not the second.
It's a
Tuesday, sorry, Tuesday. And then we will recess in July as well.
Correct.
So there will not be a board meeting in July, as we have done for many years
5
now.
years now, yeah.
But just throwing that out early so that the community hears it as well, that change in May, and we will recess in July. So, okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Meeting's adjourned.